So we wanted to first talk about, I guess, where our plans are at. And in the last town hall, we had sort of laid out a path forward and a plan for Empire Space and what we're going to do in the near and long term. So I want to first address, I guess, some of our more near-term goals, where we're at with everything, and also what's left there. On the data gathering, analysis, presentation side, the census, at least in its first version, it's completed. We've added categories to this, done a lot of analysis and reports against this, and we've been reaching out to the stakeholders and engaging all of them from all of this data. So it's very much underway. On the networking side, gaps and priority connections for growth, those are all being identified still. Some more work to do there, but very much underway. And then on social media amplification, also in progress, but this will pretty much always be in progress. As far as, I guess, what's left here in that first category, data gathering, analysis, presentation, there is more work to be done in the census. We'll have to continually update this, pull in more data. There's a lot of additional analysis and reports to do here, some that we've scoped so far in this meeting. There's obviously a lot of stakeholders left to both share these findings with, but also to engage in the first place. On the networking side, there's still many gaps and new connections left to be found, and there's a lot of people left to involve in this conversation. And then on social media amplification, I touched on this, but this is sort of like an endless ongoing effort. There's always going to be new groups to identify, bring in, and amplify, so this is something that we're always going to be continuing. As far as, longer term plans, or sort of, the further vision for Empire Space, some of the substantive steps that we're planning on taking, there are certain gaps we plan on targeting regionally, civic groups, academia. There's gaps in all of these places that we've identified that we plan to fill. For academic programming and advancement, there's a focus on DEI that we've touched on, maybe harped on a few times throughout this presentation. So there's a lot more to do there, and we're going to continue to focus on that. There's also sort of certificate 2-year other non-traditional programs. We see this as something that's maybe lacking or there's a need for in this state. So we're going to focus on those as well, and also supporting space startups. We plan on establishing benchmarks for the health of current institutions and groups, goals for future growth set by the sector, and DEI benchmarks. And then we plan on adding visualization and maps, building out the census with this, adding like an interactive visual component, increasing accessibility, interactivity, all of that. And then we also have some big projects and other future growth areas that we plan on focusing on as well. On the events and networking side, you may have noticed these town halls are becoming recurring. So this is our second one. We plan on having these on more or less a bi-monthly basis. It'll be a similar format. Everyone here will be invited. We also plan on adding some space-focused panels, or New York-focused space panels, I should say. They'll be focused on a specific space topic, for example, rocketry, with either activity or speakers in New York. More to come on that, or you'll be hearing from us on some of those. We're hoping to have one later this month. And then lastly, cocktail happy hour type event. We're working on the programming for that. And we're looking for additional buy-in and support here. Sort of, if anyone wants to help us with this, either planning it, contributing to it, we'd be very interested in any support there. Lastly, here's a link to our newsletter. If you haven't signed up, please sign up. We plan on sort of starting that up, hopefully soon.
It will be soon, I promise.
And this is, I guess, a call for help. We'd like people to join us. We're looking for volunteers or interns, really anyone that can help us out, give us some of your time, help drive on some of these efforts. We have forms here for either volunteer recruitment or internships, whatever you may be interested in. And if you want to learn more about this, we do have a lot more info here. So please reach out to us. We can provide more info on any of this. Also, we're looking for contributions. If you want to donate to us directly, that would be awesome. It's tax deductible. We're a 501c3 nonprofit. We have a Square where you're able to donate. That's linked here. We also have more passive, free ways to donate. You're able to sign up with us on Amazon Smile. This is no cost to you. You just register with us, and then when you make purchases through Amazon Smile, a small percentage of that gets donated to Empire Space. So please, if you don't have deep pockets, you can't donate. Please at least sign up on Amazon Smile to passively donate.
Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for future updates. We are excited to share more about New York and our role in growing the space ecosystem here. To learn more or to ask about donating, please email us at info@empirespace.org. Thank you and have a great day.